Hey, welcome to Cow-Free Kicks. On this channel I review leather-free sneakers only, and this video is about another great boot that's just been released by VIVOBAREFOOT. It is their Tracker Textile ATs. Welcome to the channel. If you've not seen one of my videos before, I always look into 5 different categories when I review a pair of shoes, and then at the end of the video I will give these VIVOBAREFOOT Tracker Textile ATs an overall rating out of 5 stars. If you do like what you see as you're going along, please do not forget to click the little thumbs up like button below on your device, and whilst you're down there, if you've not done so already, please do take the time to subscribe to the channel. So let's start this review off as we always do by checking these waterproof vegan boots out on feet. Currently available in 2 different colorways via the VIVOBAREFOOT website. These Tracker Textile ATs are the fully vegan version of their very popular Tracker AT boot that they traditionally make in leather. This version here though has many recycled elements to the materials on the upper. I'll put a full materials list on screen now just because there's way too many to go through, but in short, every item of this shoe that's made up in the upper and the lining that's made from polyester is actually 100% recycled, which is absolutely amazing. It's just reducing landfill waste and any waste that would be going to landfill by creating shoes like this. I just think overall, looking at them, they don't look like your standard barefoot shoe, and that is mainly because they come in a boot version, so you aren't having that low profile look to them. I do think they look like a really nicely styled and slimline pair of hiking boots. I'm not a massive fan of general hiking boots because I just think they're too clumpy, too heavy, and I just think they're too rigid on the foot. These are incredibly flexible, which we'll talk about more in the comfort section, and they do come with a really nice rugged outsole that's got these deep lugs on them with the VIVOBAREFOOT branding just towards the toe box. Overall, I just think they've made an incredibly nice pair of hiking boots that's fully vegan and also fully waterproof as well. This ripstop style fabric that you get on the upper is fully waterproof. It's got waterproof seams and fully waterproof all the way up to just about here on the shoe, because that's where the tongue is actually sewn in to the upper of the shoe. So anything above kind of ankle height, you may be in a bit of trouble, but otherwise they're going to offer really nice waterproof protection. They've got some really nice metal detailing for their lacing system with the VIVOBAREFOOT branding. You also get like durable rubber that comes up around from the outsole of the shoe onto the toe box. If you're not aware what barefoot shoes are, they're shoes that are designed to create more of a stable grounding between you and the ground. So they remove really any midsole to it. So this does have a thermal insulated insole, which is really nice because that means it can regulate the temperature inside the shoe, and it does have the rugged outsole, so there's a bit more to these than you probably find on a standard pair of barefoot shoes in terms of distance between you and the floor. But having that lack of midsole and that cushioning does mean that it creates more of a stable grounding for your foot, and you're going to use muscles in your feet and your legs that you probably never used before, and it just enhances stability by having an incredibly wide toe box as well. So your feet will spread out wearing these rather than be kind of cocooned and pushed in by traditional shoes that might have more of a pointy tip to them. Overall, I just think they're an absolutely amazing looking shoe, by far the best pair of hiking boots that I've seen in a very long time. Now I want to talk more about their comfort, where I want to put them to the test on my back doorstep. This is where most of the misconceptions come for me around barefoot footwear, and that's the comfort underfoot. Now, it's a very different way to wear shoes because, as you can see from the step test, I didn't really get any responsive give or bounce back when I was putting this outsole and midsole to the test on my backdoor step. And that's mainly because there's no real midsole to this shoe. There's no high stack height, there's no foam, there's no air unit. There's nothing in the shoe really that's going to give you that responsive give or bounce back other than your feet. So what it's trying to do is create a sensory connection between your ground and the feet so that your feet are doing most of the walking to improve stability and enhance foot strength. So it's a very different way to walk around, but I really do enjoy it. I've been massively converted to these, and especially when it comes to these trail and hiking boots that they've created. Not only is it 100% vegan and waterproof, but the comfort for me in these is their durability and their flex. You can really flex these. And I was walking around on different gradients earlier, and I really like the fact that your foot shape can be molded more when you're walking on different gradients than it can in a pair of hiking boots. It's incredibly rigid and so structured and so solid that I feel like you don't really get any sensation of what you're walking on. Overall, I just found these such a nice way of wearing a pair of hiking boots that for me, they're the most comfortable boots or hiking boots that I've ever worn. Now, the Gobi Hybers that I've tried on previously are incredibly comfortable for a different reason, because they're so cozy and so warm, and they're more of an inner city or a lifestyle boot. These ones here, purely for hiking and on the trails, can definitely be worn also as a lifestyle shoe as well, because I do think they offer you enough comfort and they're going to offer you great grip, especially in the more cold conditions that we're expecting. I just think overall, comfort wise, they're a different sensation. It's definitely something you should try for yourself 100%. And when you're trying fit, I am a perfect UK size 10 in Nike shoes, and I go off that. On the Vivo Barefoot size chart, I'm right on the cusp of a size 10 and a size 11, so I sized up, and I really like the fact that I did, because these actually fit really nice for me. They've got a very wide toe box. I've got slightly wider than average feet, but for me overall, their fit is really nice. Just something you should try for yourself, definitely. And don't forget, Vivo Barefoot come with a 100-day guarantee, that if you're not happy with them within any days of that 100-day period since you buy them, you can return them and get your money back. There are terms and conditions, more about that on their website. Now let's talk more about their weight, where I want to pop them on the scales. Coming in at over 450 grams per boot, they do feel a little bit heavy, but that's to be expected. They're a hiking boot. They've got an incredibly rugged outsole. They've got very durable materials on the upper. They're fully waterproof. They've got a very nice lacing system with these metal lugs on, and they're higher than a standard shoe. They're a mid to high top boot. So they're going to offer you that ankle protection and that extra warmth and that comfort. So for me, I don't think you can really complain too much about the weight. And I'm going to give these a pass, because I don't think they could have stripped this down anymore to make them any lighter without impacting their performance. Now I want to move on to the breathability, where I'm going to pump this upper full of smoke to see how waterproof it is. So running the breathability test on a waterproof boot, you don't want any smoke to escape at all. But you could see in that video there that some smoke did escape, and that's because of the way that the upper is designed. So let me show you. You pull the tongue out here and it's sewn in just to where the ankle part of the boot starts on both sides. When you push the tongue back in, it creates these small valleys either side here. And when I put the smoke in, that's where it kind of funneled out through the bottom here into the valleys, over the top of the boot and out. Now that's not a bad thing at all when you're considering waterproofness, because obviously if it rains and water falls into these little valleys, it's not going to go into the boot. With gravity, it should fall down and then spill out of the boot. So it's okay in that respect. So these are going to be a really nice waterproof shoe with very little breathability, but they are more of a winter boot. And if you're going to wear them hiking as well, and you're going to be going across rivers, or it is going to be wet weather, you're not too concerned with breathability, you're more concerned about keeping your feet dry. Now that's going to bring me on to the price for these boots. Now these retail at £200 per boot, but I do have a discount code that can offer you 20% off the price of these boots. So that's around £40. So that will take the price down to £160. And that discount code is COW20. So COW20, COW20. If you use that code at the checkout, you can save yourself £40 on this pair of boots. And I do think they're well worth it at that price, because like I've said, these are the best hiking boots I've ever had on my feet, just because I found them really flexible and they do move with my feet much more than any other hiking boots that I've ever had on my feet. I didn't feel restricted. I still felt free to move and flexible on different terrains and different gradients, which is just something you don't find. And obviously they're fully waterproof and they're fully vegan, so I don't think I could have improved them anyway. So I would give these a really nice 5 stars. And that's just because, like I said, I don't think I could improve these in any way. There's no area I look at these and think oh, I do this a little bit different, or I do that a little bit different. Obviously, if they're a little bit cheaper, that would be great. But otherwise, I don't think these look like a standard barefoot shoe. I just think these look like a really nice, low profile hiking boot. Now, if you've liked what you've seen today, please do not forget to give the video a thumbs up right before you leave. You can also follow me on Instagram, drop any questions below, and hopefully I'll see you again soon. Bye.